And welcome back. My next guest today is Garrard Ragard, actually son of Mark Ragard, who was very well known in this industry for many years. So welcome, Garrard. Nice to see you coming through, second generation.
Yeah, so I've been in the industry now for around 7 years. So I joined Hanwha Semitech last year and took over the general management role.
Okay.
So joining a new company, I've got a young daughter now too, so I'm really just trying to challenge myself as much as possible.
Balance it as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about some of the equipment that is in the Hanwha range. I mean, you've got the HS, which is a high-speed system. Has there been any changes or upgrades on that line?
Yeah, so the high-speed lines are continuing to grow and develop, right? A lot of the R&D is going there because the market is growing in that section more than the mid-speed. So we continue to develop those machines. We've got a long-term plan for the future of those, both on hardware and software side, to continue to push the, touchless factories, the lights out factories, Industry 4.0, right? Making sure that we're, open to everyone, knowing that we're growing into some of these factories with an existing, system, existing MES and competitor equipment. So we know we need to be open to grow, and we're trying to make sure we can connect with everyone.
Do you think there's a market for the lights out sort of automatic factory systems up here in the United States, or is this more for Mexico for the bigger factories?
I think the adoption's likely quicker in Mexico, just because there's so much more volume, and it's a little bit different in the U.S. So you have unique challenges, but there's still, the labor cost is so much higher in the U.S. that everyone's interested in it, right? And then you start to get into the details of how it really works and the complexity of it, and people are a little bit more apprehensive. But there's still some pretty close to lights out factories in the U.S. and people that are really trying to push the envelope on that side with automation. So I think it's coming. It's going to continue to grow, but I think we're a little cautious in the U.S. right? A little slower to adopt. So.
Okay, but I mean, for those that are not ready for that, I mean, you've got the Decan line, which is another major platform that you've got. So, any changes on that system?
Yeah, so the Decan series is essentially an upgraded version of the SM, the most popular mid-speed series that we've had for a long time. So, upgraded that machine already over the past. Over the past 5 to 7 years. So adding linear motors, upgraded cameras, upgraded heads, so pushing the throughput on those, even though they're still mid-speed machines, and they're a very, very affordable price range versus, going into the premium high-speed machines. We're still continuing to develop that. We'll have a new version of those machines coming out with, again, a little bit faster cycle times, a little bit better automation for the future. So it continues to develop even on that mid-speed segment.
Really? Okay, that's good. That's good. So what else is new in the Hanwha stable?
Everything. It's every time I turn around, there's something new that I didn't know that we're doing. So it's we've got a lot of projects going on. From obviously the buzzword of AI is always out there. So we're trying to look at how do we truly use it. We've had closed loop feedback and things like that between SPIs and printers and AOIs, but how do we continue to build on that and really utilize the AI segment? So there's some things that we won't talk about quite yet, but that's a big focus of ours to continue to push and actually use it in our machines and in our workforce as well.
Right. I mean, do you have sensors that notify the kitting area or of the operator when you're coming to the end of a reel and that kind of thing, so that you can replenish it?
Yeah. So we can go down a wormhole on that side, but we've got obviously the very basic is the reel exhausts itself and the light comes on and the operator walks over, right? So how do you continue to build on that? Whether you have a monitor over your line just informing you that something's going to exhaust, all the way to you have your PDA or you have your smartwatch and it's telling you that you need to go here and replace this or fix this. Instead of trying to look down the line, you've got a direct piece of information,
Right.
so the operators don't have to think quite
You don't
as
have to be
much.
standing by the machine all the time. They can be off doing other or managing multiple lines even. you know.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, and pushing that remote support as well. So things like teaching components, that anything that can be done through the GUI can be done at a separate station. So they could be looking at AOI and SPI data, and also reteaching a component on a machine. So the operators are sitting, kitting equipment, and making sure that machines are just running and they have material.
Great. Okay, well, it sounds like things are going well for you. So, I want to thank you, Garrard, for coming in and telling us about Hanwha today.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate the time. We're happy to be here, and thanks again.
Okay.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Kaizen is the leading global supplier of award-winning cleaning chemistries for electronics assembly operations. Whether you are cleaning stencils or final assemblies, our global team of cleaning experts is there to help you succeed. Want to know more? Stop by our booth or visit kaizen.com.